Aha! Hello, my hearties. A very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McClue, and I thought what we'd do tonight is pop up at 9 o'clock just to have a special tribute to Her Majesty the Queen upon her passing. The Queen is dead. Long live the King. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, our gracious sovereign lady of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland and the Commonwealth and across the world, passed away this afternoon at Balmoral in Scotland. Very, very, very sad news, but what a wonderful lady in her 97th year. So I thought to myself, it's time we have a bit of a chat here. So there we go. God bless the Queen. Absolutely, Nathan. Lovely to have you with us, and Dinky-Doo. Long live King Charles. Yes, Nathan, that's 100% correct. And I did announce it to the internet just within a few minutes of Buckingham Palace's announcement. So there you are. And you will see that on the TikTok videos. Those of you that are watching on TikTok, follow us as soon as you come on. Typing is saying he could have had a shave. Well, feel free to go and have a shave, Typing. We don't mind. Absolutely. Lovely to have everybody with us. There we are. So sad about the screen. The Queen, Thomas, thank you very much. Lovely to hear from you as well. Bit of a top man there. God save the King. Thank you, Joel. Absolutely. Long live King Charles, I say to you. GSTQ, God save the Queen. Bless the Queen. So there we are, passing away at the wonderful ripe age of 96 and a good bit. So there was. She died of a broken heart. Aaron, it's very interesting that you should say that. I thought she will be missing Prince Philip. So there we are. Sorry to hear about the Queen's passing, says Darren. Will we no longer get a Queen? Yes, you will have a Queen. You will have Camilla as the Queen consort. So there you are. So you can have that. So there we go. Sorry to hear your Queen passed, Scotty. Thank you, Scotty Sean. Very, very much appreciated. Your Queen as well, of course. Everybody's Queen. Scotty, do you believe we should have a vote to get independence to stick with the monarchy? Well, I don't think it's a thing that you would bother going into because the monarchy is apolitical. Independence is political and economic. So there we are. So if we don't stick with the monarchy, then I very much think we will have a serious problem with getting independence. So there we go. Now then, who have we got here? There's Luke. We'll ban Luke. Guys, anybody who puts anything negative about Her Majesty will just get a lifetime ban. So just make sure you're ready for that. There's Luke away down the Swanee for being a half-witted idiot. So there we go. Now, what have we got here? I'm broken-hearted. I didn't realize I would be. No, I understand. I think so many of us are. It's as simple as that. So there you have it. Now, who have we got here? Commiserations from Ireland. Thank you, Brian. Lovely to have you with us. And a big Dinky-Doo. Susan. Hi, Scotty. On this sad day. Absolutely, Susan. Just moving you about a tiny bit, guys, just so that we can get everything sorted out there. I think William should have been King. Charles is too old. Not at all. You can never be too old. His mother has just proved that. So there we are. You can't actually be too old to be monarch. David and John, God bless her. Yes, I think she died of a broken heart, says the wonderful David. Thank you, David and Dinky-Doo. Now then, who have we got here? R.I.P. HRH. Well, Andy, it's not actually HRH, it's HM, Her Majesty. So there we have it. Remember, Scotty says, Scottish Sean, no. Apolitical absolutely had to be Scottish Sean. So you got that wrong. Now there we go. Who else have we got here? Follow us as soon as you can. R.I.P. Your Majesty, says Brian. Bless you, Brian. Lovely to have you with us tonight on this particularly sad night. And no bonnet tonight, of course, out of respect for Her Majesty the Queen. So there we are. Not that the bonnet is in any way disrespectful, but I think the bare head. So there we have it. That's what we've got. Do tell us what you think, guys. Sad day. There's a Scottish person letting the whole of Scotland down. It's called Scottish Yabas, and he's letting the whole of Scotland down very, very badly. Hang your head in shame, Yabas. There we go. That's him. He's gone. Right. Lifetime ban for idiots like that. There we go. The strongest woman in my lifetime. I think that's the whole thing, GRC. She was so incredibly, powerfully strong as a human being. And that's what's come across. Absolutely incredible. And Dinky-Doo. God rest the Queen. R.I.P. Dinky-Doo. Thank you, Anjan Badgie in Toowoomba, down under in Australia. We've got to remember the Queen was popular the world over in Australia, New Zealand, and Canada, and all these wonderful parts of the world. So there we go. R.I.P. Queen Elizabeth, says Storm. Storm at UK, the end of the second Elizabethan era. Yes, indeed, Brian. Well done. Very good. There we have it. R.I. Queen, long live Charles. So there we have it. Thank you, JD. So there we go. Now, what else have we got here? Some of the comments are discussing no respect whatsoever, bit of respect. Absolutely, Big Tommy. And we shall be banning these people for life. The trolls, the wee trolls, the dirty, filthy wee middens that you get always when they don't understand something. So there we are now. May she live on inside of us, says Bryce. Now, for Scotland to break off from England. Yes, I mean, I think that's going to happen through Brexit. That's political. That's nothing to do with the Queen, but we're keeping the Queen anyway. Good evening, Scotty. Some extremely sad news reaching us this evening. Josh, how lovely to hear from you, and thank you. What an absolute top man. There we are. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. Now, I popped up before, I would think, before the mainstream media and announced the Queen's passing to the internet. And you can see the video on TikTok, on Scotty's TikTok videos. So get on to these guys and tell us what you think. Absolutely. Hello. Hello, Liam. Good to have you with us. So there we are. Scotty, Luke says he's sorry and he's asking you to unban him. He didn't know. He's sorry. Well, Glasgow Derby, we can't have people cheeking up on here. Do you know what I mean? So there we are. Time for Scottish independence, yes. Under the crown, though, with King Charles as our head of state. There we are. She did die of a broken heart, Scotty. There we are. All three prime ministers have had bad luck. Boris with the COVID pandemic, Theresa May with Brexit, and Liz Truss, the last prime minister to meet the Queen. Yes, indeed, 2 days ago. It's nice to see you're making an effort with your dress, Scotty. Well, Streaky, of course. It's a matter of simple manners and respect. One or two people could learn something about that on here. Hi, Scotty. It's John Boy, David's partner. I'm not a royalist by any stretch, but a sad day indeed for the nation. She was a great ambassador for her roles. R.I.P., Your Majesty. Yes, indeed, John. Thank you for that. So there we are. Change of anthem from Queen to King. Yes, there will be. Very poignant, says JD. Absolutely. So there we are. Happened to God saving the Queen. Well, God saved the Queen for almost 97 years. So what about that? That's pretty good. R.I.P. Queen Elizabeth. Hello from Indiana. My sympathies for the loss of the Queen. Rick, how lovely of you from Indiana to come on and pay your respects. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I say to you. There we have it here. I remember when you had here, says Streaky Bacon. I don't remember that, Streaky Bacon. Your memory is better than mine. Let's get the push for Scottish independence. Yes, but under the crown. Very important. Don't give the silly people your attention. Quite right, Paul. These are half-wits. R.I.P. Queen Elizabeth II. A very sad day for the UK and the Commonwealth. There's a guy called John Paul who's talking about his mother on here. No, John, that's too sad. There we are. That's it. Now, that's what. That's your own lifestyle. That's nothing to do. R.I.P. to the best queen we have or ever will have. Sleep well, Your Majesty. William, thank you. So there we are. God save the Queen, says Alex. Yes, indeed. And it's actually, the Queen is dead. Long live the King. Now, guys, on this night tonight, you'll see that the only goal we've set is a cup of tea. So there we are. No love lost, says Scottish Sean. Another millionaire called out Scottish Sean. I'm so glad I can't think as small as you. So there you are. So a lot of love lost for a lovely, lovely lady who did some fantastic things. There we are. And still working till yesterday. Scotty, me and the Duck are just back from Holyrood House where the flag is flying at half-mast. God save the King. Professor Numptyhead. Good to have you with us. She was still queen when I was born in 1956, Scotty. Thomas, I think I can just about match you there, I can tell you. There we have it. Scotty, I need to ask you something. Yes, Glasgow Derby. Opinion on the Queen dead? I'm very sorry that Her Majesty has died because she was an outstanding ambassador, a wonderful public servant, a delightful lady. But I'm very glad that she's not suffering any more pain. And she's certainly more than done her bit, I can tell you. So there we have it. As a Scottish man, I do not condone the celebration of her death, even as a Celtic fan. I think we celebrate her life, Darren. I think that's what it's all about. I'm glad she didn't have to face Harry's book coming out. So there, well, we shall see. She was 13 when she met Philip. That was right. He was a student at the Royal Naval College at Dartmouth. And he showed her around the college. The world's a better place now. So there we are. Scottish Sean, I think we'll dump you because you're clearly a half-wit. There we are, a complete and utter half-wit. And your ignorance will absolutely cause you serious trouble in your life. There we are. We're just going to dump Scottish Sean because he has no understanding of the function of the crown. There we are. Right, she's gone. Fantastic. There we are. End of that. I hope she was with her husband and mum. Yes. R.I.P. Queen Elizabeth from Edinburgh. She was indeed the Duchess of Edinburgh, guys. So there we are. So there we go. All good things must come to an end, Scotty. Mrs. Lannery, you are quite right. You know, and she died peacefully. And that's wonderful. Because our poor old grandfather, my goodness me. Thoughts on the disrespect of social media towards the Queen? So there we are. Well, to be honest with you, Ross, these are half-witted idiots. These are poor souls, poor damaged souls who don't understand what things are about. I mean, even the individuals in charge, it's not about the people, it's about the crown. And the Queen was our curator and custodian of the crown, now in the hands of Prince Charles. So there you are, King Charles. Yes, indeed, he will be proclaimed king very soon, and then probably coronated in, I don't know, perhaps a year's time, something like that. So there we are. So I'm afraid disrespect on social media, it lets social media down. It's like when you hear people cursing and swearing on social media. That just completely devalues their post. So there we have it. And remember, anybody who says anything against the Queen is just an ignorant fool. Guys, I've only set one goal tonight, and it's to give me cups of tea. You can see it just in the middle of my forehead there. And we've got 3 hours on it, so thank you. Christopher, thank you for your red roses. Let's dedicate the red roses to the Queen. Scotty, remember we talked about the 1901 death of Queen Victoria, like 2 years ago. Prit, I do remember you discussing that with me 2 years ago. Absolutely outstanding, Prit. And what was fantastic about that, guys, can everybody follow me if you're watching right now? Let's have a massive follow fest for Scotty McClue. because this is TikTok's top talk show. So we might as well get used to it. Prince Philip wins for longest lived. Yeah, nearly 100. Dinky-Doo. There we have it. Now, thank you for following us, guys. The Queen is in heaven about now, says Brains. Absolutely. I think it'll be another 2 days. Gordon says he's a Sassenach bootlicker. You're not, Gordon. I'm sure you're not. So there we are. Remember, the crown is Scottish. So tonight we're commemorating the passing of a Scottish monarch. Yes? Get that into your head. Ding dong. So there we go. Right, Bobby G. Now, who have we got here? God bless the Queen from Trinidad. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Guys, is everybody watching, following? And also, have you got on to Scottie McCLUE's YouTube channel? Put that into your search engine and come and join us. Willie Malley, Celtic's longest serving manager. So there we are. Ah, yes, Willie, yes. Now, wash their mouths out with soap and water. Devastated, says David. She was an incredible lady. Absolutely, David. Yes, indeed. I always remember you trying to explain how much the Royal Yacht took more money than it cost. Yes, the Royal Yacht was a fantastic thing. And the government that did that to the Queen, they need to hang their heads in shame for taking the Royal Yacht off the Queen. OMG, Scottie McCLUE, I used to sneakily listen to your show every night in bed. Scott FM at 13 years old. Mega Elliot, you did not. Absolutely incredible. My goodness me. Her mother was a Bose Lyons of Scotland. Yes, her mother was 100% Scots, and her father was a descendant of Malcolm II, George VI. There we are. R.I.P. from Texas. Thank you, Texas. There we have it. Do Barnsley lasses? Yes, Jason, they do. Soon to be a King William. Well, not until there's been a King Charles. So there you have it. Absolutely. Hello, everyone. Just joined, says Aibula. There we are. Now, what do we got here? That's what to do with them. Wash their mouths out. So there we go. I'll just dump this half-wit idiot. There's Ewan, the half-wit, getting dumped for being a half-wit. He'll be a half-wit all his life, actually. That's it. Right, there he goes. And who else have we got? And DJ Finney, you might as well go down the Swanee as well for being another half-wit. There we go. Guys, remember, never, ever, ever be anti-monarchist or you're anti-Scots, anti-independence. Yes, indeed, you're letting the side die. Rest in peace, end of an era. So there you have it. Death is the only truth in life. Death and taxes. I think taxes as well. So there we have it. R.I.P. Her Royal Highness Queen Elizabeth. No, R.I.P. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, not Her Royal Highness. How's the crown Scottish? The crown is Scottish because it took over the English crown in 1603. So there you have it. So the monarchy is a Scottish institution. Didn't Queen Elizabeth I live to 101? Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, yes, nearly 102. R.I.P. to our Queen. So there we have it. Hello, sir, just wondering, will the school shut at any time for my child? I don't know, Cody. I haven't quite found out about that. Don't you mean German? No. German descent, as just about everything actually is. That's where you get the English people from. English people are German because they are Anglo-Saxon, from Saxony in Germany. Are you with it? So sorry that you failed on that one. There we are. Now, who have we got here? She's not from Trinidad, the Queen. No, but she was very much the Queen of the Commonwealth. From the Coldstream Guards, God bless the Queen and may she rest in peace. Bar, I don't have my bonnet on, so I can't salute you. But I thank you very, very much indeed for that. 3,400 likes, guys. Can everybody go tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap for the likes? Very important. I've got 3 cups of tea If you look at the middle of my bald forehead, you'll see that there's cups of tea in the goals. And I've just been sent 3 cups of tea. I thank you for that. Time for a comfort break. A wee mop down. I'll be back with you in a minute, guys. Woo! Very hot in the studio tonight, I can tell you. So there we go. Excellent stuff. Now, the Royal family won't need 67 pence a year from me. I'm deducting 65p of it. No, they will do. There'll always be that tiny, tiny contribution required. So there we have it. I hope you're all able to see the portrait of Her Majesty behind me tonight. Very important. There we are. I've heard that all sport will be cancelled at the weekend. I think Your Majesty wanted to die in Balmoral in Scotland, Scotty. Well, Thomas, I wouldn't be surprised. There we are. James the 7th of Scotland was Elizabeth's cousin, inherited the English throne when she died. I've never heard so much rubbish in my life. James the 6th of Scotland was Mary Queen of Scots' son. Yes, so there you have it. That's the way to look at that. Is this Outlander? So she's now, Big Jimmy, is this the Gavin channel? Scotty, a sad day for our nation. How do you feel about the Queen marrying her cousin? I think that's excellent. Yes, no problem. You can marry your first cousin. Susan has just sent me a cup of tea. You're very, very kind, Susan. I thank you. We have 4 cups of tea. God bless the Queen from Northern Ireland. Absolutely, Willie. No better occasion for Scottish independence. Yes, but remember, Scottish independence will only happen under the Crown. So King Charles, the future King Charles, no, the present King Charles, will be our head of state. Yes, our sovereign gentleman. So there we have it. Now then, anyone got a problem with me, says this guy, Anthony. I don't know Anthony. No, there's Michael being very low life. She was a tax dodger. She actually wasn't. She just paid 97 million in tax. So you can stick that round you, Michael. There we are. R.I.P. Queen Elizabeth II, a great leader with a great heart. You're absolutely right, Ina. You're 100%. How fantastic is that? Shout out, says Mitch from Norway. Mitch, I don't believe you're from Norway. And I don't think you have any friends called that at all. I think you're such a half-witted idiot. You should leave us for life. Bye-bye. We are lifetime banned for a half-wit. That's him gone. Now then, who else have we got? Follow us as soon as you can, guys. Dinky-Doo. And there's Blair following. Everybody should be following. Thoughts on the £2,500 price cap? Well, not really the night to discuss it, but I think it's a great thing. You know, absolutely, because that'll just mean our bills will be about another grand to 500 more. The Queen Mother was Scottish. She was indeed 100%. Lady Elizabeth Angela Marguerite Bowes-Lyon. Professor Numpty Heed, is the hosepipe ban still on, Scotty? I want to fill the pool with fresh, warm water. Yes, Numpty Heed, so I believe. Susan has just sent me £3 on the TikTok. Susan, you are very, very kind. Also, a lot of people on the YouTube, Susan has sent the £3. A lot of beautiful, generous people on the TikTok have sent me a cup of tea. The little goal in the middle of the forehead. And there's Caroline sending me red roses. Take the bonnet off, must be serious. Well, Garth, the Queen has died. Out of respect, you take your cap off. There we have it. She was a beacon of light in all. Bless her. R.I.P. our beautiful Queen, says Lindy Lou. She was a calming force for a lot of us non-British. Yes, indeed. Monarchs should be abolished. No, they shouldn't, Sam the Caveman, because they are the glue that keeps the world turning. Prince Albert, Queen Victoria's late husband, wanted to have the world ruled by crowned heads in Europe. 25th anniversary of Princess Diana's death just got overshadowed. Yes, Faco is sending me beautiful red roses. Faco, I thank you. Did you ever meet the Queen? I didn't. No, I haven't met the Queen. God rest our Queen from the Milton of Campsie. Good evening, Sir Scotty. My heartfelt condolences. Gideon, I thank you, sir. Up the Royal Artillery, says Vasgran. Vasgran, the Royal Artillery will be just as upset as the rest of the regiments in the British Army, but thank you for representing the Royal Artillery. So what do we got here? Wing of Darth, there's another lie. So there we are. Wing of Darth, or Wingo Darth is telling a whopper. She's the last Queen of England. No, I think they're, well, there will be another Queen of England right away as a Queen consort. Camilla will be the Queen. Do you have anything valuable to say about this, Scotty? Of course I do. 8-7, Oporo. But I want to, take people's comments. So there we have it. Now, who have we got here? How will Charles be Scotland's head of state if we go independent? Well, we won't get to go independent if we don't have Charles as head of state, because you'll lose 50% of the vote, as you did in 2014 by the loyalists. So you want to include everyone. So if you make it quite clear that Charles will be the head of state, then everybody can vote with a clear conscience. There we have it. So it's the union we want to go, the political union. We don't want to lose our monarch. R.I.P., ma'am, you served the country well. It was a pleasure to serve you. From a military veteran, Jim, we salute you and thank you for your service. I meant to say James VI and first mixed him up with his successor. Brian, I've got you now. Yes, James VI, the son of Mary, Queen of Scots. Thank you for your respect, says Skyfall. I thank you, Skyfall. Has everybody watching on TikTok followed Scottie McClue? You go to the top left, click the plus sign and follow. Let's have a follow fest right now, and I shall sip my Scottish water while we are having a follow fest. That's lush. If you've just joined us, folks, a very, very warm welcome. You're watching Scottie McClue, the world's top broadcaster, TikTok's top talk show host, and we are also live on the YouTube channel. If anybody would like to phone in, the lines are open. The number is 0141 628 9795. Disco Pete, I thank you. If anybody's feeling generous, in the middle of my forehead on TikTok, you will see cups of tea. If you would like to send me some cups of tea, that would be wonderful. Even one cup of tea, save me getting too thirsty. There we have it. Proud Scots soldier, I took a shilling. So there we are. Thank you, Faco and Adam, for sending me cups of tea. You are very, very generous. I met Philip. He was class. Well, he was actually. I can remember he had a fantastic night. He was the colonel of the Queen's Own Cameron Highlanders and had some fantastic nights with them. All my family were around me. I could hear them weep, says Stephen. So there we are. And then I turned away and walked with my angel guide. Philip held my hand as he led the way to a world where kings and queens are monarchs every day. I was given a crown to wear and a halo known by some. The difference is up here. They're worn by everyone. The newscasters had black ties on before the palace announced the death of Her Majesty. Did they know beforehand? Well, I think she went late in the afternoon. And I think something quite sudden must have happened. It will all come out. Tonight's not really the night to discuss medical matters and Her Majesty the Queen. She was well respected all over the world, Her Majesty, says Thomas. I thank you, Thomas. So there we are. But Scottie McClue announced it just after Buckingham Palace did. There was a half-witted idiot on earlier saying, why is he announcing it? For goodness, it's been all over the MSM. It wasn't all over the MSM when I announced it. So there you have it, folks. We like to keep you all up to date. We turn to Scottie McClue. Up with the Royal Artillery, says Wings of Gold Darth. Thank you for that. All prayers for the Queen from Bexley in London. We thank you very, very much. I left work early, says Faco. I could not contain my tears. Bless you, Faco. You believe in an independent Scotland from the royal family. Of course, you like. We need to have the royal family as head of state. Well, the monarch is head of state for Scotland. So there we have it. Now, here we got, I'm just going to dump this wee guy here. There we go. Just dumping a couple of trolls, guys, down the Swanee for life. Finished. They're finished. There we have it. I got a coin with the Queen's head on it. It says automated. How will Charles be Scotland's head of state? Well, he will be, or we won't get independence. Will Prince Charles be king now? He already is king. The Queen is dead. Long live the king. So there, she sent letters to congratulate on my son's birthday, says Faco. I'm in Ireland. Rest in peace. So there we are. Now, who else have we got? Ray, thank you for your beautiful cups of tea. You're very, very kind. There's Ray, one of the most generous men in the planet. And he's just sent me some cups of tea on the TikTok. Yeah, we've got a call, guys. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
It's David. How are you, Scotty?
David, my boy, how are you, sir?
I'm all right. Just I was watching the news a way back from today. You know, now Scotty, do you know our ancestors? Don't you? Is that correct?
Yes, yes, of course, of course.
Right,
going right the way back.
Right. Can I say one? Am I allowed to say it?
Well, yes, well, go on.
Right, Lady Colin Campbell.
No, well, that's a different setup, so we'll not talk about that one, David.
Right,
that's actually a different setup, if you see what I mean.
Is it?
Yes,
do you
so
know who that is, but do you know
yes,
what I'm
yes,
talking
I know
about?
exactly who you're talking about, but we'll not discuss her on here tonight, if that's okay with you.
We can't do that. It's fine. I understand that, you know.
Yes.
Anyway, it's just a sad day, okay?
A very sad day, David. How are you doing?
I'm okay, son, you know. I just you look great with the lovely black clothes on for the respect.
Oh,
you know
well,
what I mean?
a wee bit of respect, David. It's not too much to ask, really, is it, in a day like today?
No. I mean, we saw on Monday shaking the new Prime Minister's hand.
Yes.
She looked really frail.
Well, she did, and I looked at her hands close up last night.
Yeah.
And they were very bruised. So
the big bruise.
I would imagine she'd maybe been having some sort of infusion or transfusion.
Yes, that's correct, Scotty, right, you know what I mean? And I mean, they were saying on the news, they had doctors since like 1976 in Buckingham Palace. They've got their own special doctors. And
oh, yes, there's a wee hospital there.
There you go.
It was in Buckingham Palace that they removed the Queen's father's lung when he had lung cancer.
Oh, there you go. See, you know everything that I don't know. Right, that's clever. Do you know what I mean?
See, yes, that's right. So there's a wee hospital there and what have you. But you've got to remember, Her Majesty was in her 97th year.
Oh, 97th. You know? I know, son, you know what I mean?
And until yesterday, was still working.
I know. That's
you know?
Right, yes. Right to the end.
Right to the end, you know, I mean, absolutely incredible.
Yeah, so Scotty, you're going to bring a lovely body back to Buckingham Palace tomorrow, is that right?
They may well do, yes. I don't know what the format is, what's going to happen, but I would imagine they will take her back down south. But the lovely thing is that she passed away in Scotland.
That's correct, of course, yes. Aberdeenshire, yes.
At her favourite house up in Royal Deeside there, you know.
Yeah, of course, you know. So now, Scotty, because our money, her face is on other money, so it's going to be new money with the king.
There will be new money, there will be new stamps, there will be all of that, yes. And King Charles III will ascend the throne.
And what about the anthem? Is the anthem going to change.
The anthem will have to change, so it will be God Save the King. But then it always was until it was the Queen.
Right, so it's got to be a complete different tune now, is that correct?
No, I think it'll be exactly the same tune because the tune was composed by Handel.
Okay, right,
And all the great music.
Right,
so Handel, the water music, the music for the Royal Fireworks, Handel's Messiah, the Oratorio, you know, all these wonderful things. Handel's Israel in Egypt.
Yeah, wow. You know what I mean? That's amazing, isn't it? You know what I mean? You know.
All these things. And I can tell you, you know, Thine Be the Glory, the great hymn tune. You know, you know, Thine Be the Glory, the great hymn tune.
Right, no, I don't know what you know.
Yes, it goes, Thine be the glory, risen conquering Son. Yes, so that's actually written by Handel. Now, it's not terribly romantic because it was written as Hail the Conquering Hero. And it was for the return of William, Duke of Cumberland, to Edinburgh. And he was not exactly a man for the Jacobites.
Right.
You see? So there's all that. You know, I mean, do you like the portrait behind me tonight, Dave?
Yeah, I see the Queen right there.
Yes.
I can see the Queen
right
next to your photo.
I thought that was important. Yes, absolutely. That was put up for the show tonight.
That's good, my friend. You know what I mean?
Out of respect, honestly, you know. Out of respect, Davey. And I'm so glad you phoned in. That was great to hear you.
Of course. I'm waiting for your callers phoning in. Come on now.
Well, they might do. The only thing is I don't have the number up in front of me, as you see.
I know, but all these people know your number.
Well,
I know your number.
Davey,
so
listen.
I'll let you up. It's good call. I'll let you go.
Well, Davey,
okay.
Davey, we managed 30 years on the radio without anybody seeing the number.
Exactly. You know, but anyway, it's been a strange night. But anyway, the Queen would like people to laugh and be happy. Right?
Absolutely,
you know.
she would indeed. A celebration of her life.
Exactly, that's going to be the thing. You know what
yes,
I mean? You
absolutely, Davey. Lovely to hear you, and Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo, my friend.
Dinky-Doo, sir. Bless you. God save you, I say to you. There we are. What a marvellous man. That's Davey on the phone there. Fantastic. Hello, you're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Dinky-Doo, Scotty.
Kareem, thank God that you phoned, my boy. Oh, what a...
It was in better terms.
Absolutely. But having said that, I am so glad that she's not suffering any more pain.
When I heard the news earlier on, I was in work and I thought that something doesn't sound right about the statement that was given out earlier on. And I thought, I bet you she's on her way out. I take that.
Well, I got told in the afternoon, and somebody said, "Oh my goodness, I wonder if the Queen's died." And we had a look, and no, there was nothing except that they were very concerned about her health.
Yeah, I think they probably given time for the member of the royal family to attend and to get their heads around what's happened before they, share it around for the rest of the world.
That would make absolute sense. But I'll tell you what I don't hold with is these disgusting people cheeking up about her on social media.
I think...
if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
I've seen some of the pictures are up, the memes, what you call them, already. And I thought, wow, she's just passed away and they're already doing around on Facebook.
A bit of cheek. However, we can ignore these people because Father forgive them, for they know not what they do.
Well, I think we should all think and reflect in the coming, I think it's the 10 days, the D10, D1 up to 10. And I think regardless whether you like the royal family or the Queen, you can certainly learn one or two things from her, what she's done over the years.
Yeah.
And
terms of principle, I mean, when you speak to lots of people when they say they meet her or know her, that she has a sense of humour,
Yes.
you know, she has such pride, she has a caring side to her as well. There's just so much things, and people will have their own, they'll have a moment to sit and think and reflect. I mean, I've had friends calling from around the world, from Sweden and Bulgaria, you know, finding out what's happened, what's going on. So it's a sad day. However, I think it's going to be very tough. And I think people seem to forget, because I've read into what's going to happen within the next 10 days. The King Charles now, the third.
Now, before, Kareem, before you tell us this, I've got to share this with you.
Yeah.
Here's a guy
Yeah.
called Gus, and he says, is it true she was only Queen of England, not Scotland? Now, that's the level of ignorance we're dealing with. I mean, she was the Queen of Britain, which is, at the moment, 4 countries.
Yes, I think that's something the media is going to have to remember and respect, because
Yes.
I've heard a few times saying that she's the queen of the country. Well, what country? You know, she's queen of quite a few countries.
Yes.
You know, and
well, 53 in the Commonwealth, if I remember right.
So I think some people need to, you know, do their homework. But I was saying about King Charles III, that he has to now visit certain locations down in Scotland and England and Northern Ireland just for condolences. And I think, you think about that, Scotty, if that was your mother that's just passed away and you're having to go on duty
oh, yes.
I'd be shocked. And even when within the next 10 days, when he will be, you know, the ceremony being made king, that must be good. You know, I can imagine standing in front of everyone and just, there'll be joy that he is king, but knowing there'll be tears, and I'm sure they'll see.
Well, it's always very, very tough for somebody there mourning the death of their parent and then realizing that they are the next king or next queen.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, the poor queen, when she heard her father had died, she was almost as far as you could get from communications. She was at treetops in Kenya.
Oh God, right.
Yes, so and it was Prince Philip got told, and then he had to break the news to her, and then they had to fly back.
Can you imagine what must have been going through her mind at that time?
Yes, and they had to get Bobo McDonald to bring her a black dress and go on the plane so she could change to come off the plane in mourning.
Yeah.
There's a guy here, Kareem. Does Balmoral have a helicopter pad? Jeff, you could land 1,000 helicopters at Balmoral.
As far as I know, what I've read, she is actually, I think it's beautiful, and I think it's sticking up 2 fingers to the people up in Scotland that mock the monarchy and the Queen, that she chose to pass away in Scotland and a fine grounds. And the next day or two, she will be, I think tomorrow or the day after, she'll be making her way to Edinburgh to stay there for a day, but she'll be passing through many towns on their way to Scotland. I think that's an opportunity, and I think people will show their face. I think people in Edinburgh, where she'll be, I can't remember the place where they're going to keep her, overnight, I think many people will be there to show their respects, as they are down south at the moment at Buckingham Palace.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we'll find out all of that detail. You know, what's actually going on there. Absolutely. See, here's another half-witted idiot, R.I.P. Queen of Germany. Now, how stupid is he? Do you know what I mean? Not a clue. Absolutely.
I think it's going to see, as the days go ahead within D1, D2, etc., we're going to see actually probably a lot more of these idiots making more and more comments.
Half-witted idiots. Here's another lovely one just after the rest easy, ma'am. Your duty is done, safe in the arms of Jesus.
Absolutely. She's done it. I mean, Scotty, she met the Prime Minister 2 days ago.
Yes.
2 days ago, still working, ill as she was, and still, you know, fighting. And in the picture, I mean, who would have thought 2 days later she'd have passed away? Nobody could have guessed that.
Absolutely incredible. Thoughts on the Queen's tragic passing, says Derek. That's people just joining us, of course. God save the Queen. And there we are. Lovely, lovely. A lot of people from Ireland, very, very upset as well. Lots of tricolours and things like that. There's up the Royal Artillery, you know, and what have you. Looking smart there, fella. Much respect on this sad day, says Antique. There we have it. So all good stuff, I say to you.
I'm happy and I'm proud that she had comfort in Scotland in Balmoral for the last, I think she's been up for about 3-4 weeks. She's been up for quite a while, resting, and normally she should be down in Buckingham Palace, and I just feel that, you know, just to say whether it was her decision, I'd imagine it would be the Queen's decision that if my time's going to be, I want it at Balmoral. And you think of the grounds up there, Scotty, and the scenery. And
oh, fantastic.
peaceful,
I
so
can
peaceful.
remember when I was working for Grampian Television Aberdeen, we did a charity afternoon for children with special needs. And one of the airlines donated a Fokker Friendship aircraft for the afternoon, and we got permission to overfly Balmoral. And I was invited onto the flight deck just at the moment we overflew Balmoral, and it was incredible to see it from the bird's eye view, you know.
Yes, absolutely beautiful. I've had a look around at on Google Maps just to do my knowledge, just to see, and it's just everything about there. It's just peaceful, so peaceful, and you know, there's always a fault when you drive past in the motorway down the road.
So you know that Balmoral really only became a royal residence in 1854.
Right, okay.
You know, it got remodeled, it got rebuilt in 1854. So just a couple of years before I was born, it was 100 years old.
Wow.
Victoria and Albert fell in love with Scotland when they visited Lord Campbell of Breadalbane, the Earl of Breadalbane, at Taymouth Castle, you know, over near Aberfeldy.
Right.
And Breadalbane at that time, they don't now, but owned as far as you could see. So all the mountains, and Taymouth, it was so beautiful. I think it was built about 1815. And they fell in love with Scotland at that time and wanted a Scottish home. And they bought not a terribly big place, and it was enlarged and became Balmoral in 1855.
Right.
Amazing.
I want, Scotty, with regards to the coins, they'll have to be changed soon, won't they?
Yes, there will be new coins coming out, but there always have been. I mean, I used to have Victorian pennies, and I even had a George III penny. Somebody stole them.
Some of my coins to remember the Queen before King Charles I's face appears on the 10p's and the pound coins.
Absolutely. Kareem, lovely to hear you, and thanks for your call, as always appreciated.
Scotty, I'll speak to you on Saturday, and DINKY-DOO.
And I'm so glad we spoke on this particular night.
Thanks, me too, Scotty. Great. Thank you for doing this as well. I think it's outstanding and much appreciated by everybody. Thank you.
DINKY-DOO, sir. We appreciate you. Thanks, Kareem. What a fine fellow. There we are. That's our Kareem. And always a great call. Here's David saying not everyone liked the Queen or royalty. Well, I don't know anybody that didn't. So there you have it. Old River Pirate, you've been at the drink too much. So there we go. Now let's get rid of this bye-bye Ranger. How dare he? What a low life. There we are. He's got 2 followers. Fantastic. Abolish the monarchy. No, that will never happen, the shape, because we have the crown as our symbol of authority. If you're watching TikTok right now, follow Scottie McClue as soon as you can. The TikTok videos are there for you. And DINKY-DOO, R.I.P. the Queen. We're all going to miss her, says Taylor. Taylor, and how? I can't say to you, you're 100% correct. Right, can everybody follow Scottie McClue on TikTok as soon as you possibly can? Hi, my lovely. Hi, TikTok, Julie DINKY-DOO. There we go. How are you keeping? Fantastic. If you need a moderator, I'd love to help you. Thank you. Very, very kind of you. But they're really just poor souls who are clueless about anything. Anybody that cheeks up about the Queen is an idiot. There we are. Thank you for my cups of tea. Guys, I've got 11 cups of tea. If you look at the middle of my forehead, do you see we set the cups of tea? That's all McCLUE wants, is a cup of tea. There we have. Now, what do we got here? Scotland mourns a true lady, and we can all learn something from our Queen. Thank you, Kareem. I think William would make a better king than Charles. It's public knowledge you now want to be king. Phil, it's not public knowledge at all. We know nothing of that. So there you have it. Now, did we get rid of Old River Pirate? I think we did. Let's do it. Old River Pirate is no more. He's doing the Swanee with the other idiots. There we are. Fantastic. Right, keep up the good work. Fantastic. Thank you very much. The Dinky-Doo guy, DJ Flash. So there we have it. Thoughts on price? What's on price? I don't know what you mean by that. A very sad day. Disappointing and shocking. The laughter seeing the Queen's death. Well, at Phil, I don't think there's been any laughter. So there we have Dinky-Doo. Who else have we got here? Abolish the monarchy. That will never happen, Jay, because nobody wants it. You're all saying, God save the Queen, God save the King. So there we have it. Now, what else have we got? God save the King, Dinky-Doo. Scottish view, fantastic. Touche, you got it right on the dot. The Queen remained the sovereign leader of 15 nations. She had a good innings, says Tweet Tweet. That's true, Tweet Tweet. You're right there. Queen had a difficult job for such a long time. She inspires me daily. So there we have it. We're celebrating in that. No, you're commemorating in Ireland, Fionn, right? The Irish adored Queen Elizabeth, absolutely loved her. And she was very, very popular all over Ireland. I want nothing more than independence, a privilege to have her as Queen. Well, don't worry, Blair, because King Charles will be the head of state for Scotland when we become independent. My goodness, I absolutely love the Queen. I didn't know she had passed. It's a privilege to be in Scotland. If the Irish hate their royal family so much, maybe they should look at some of their bloodlines. Oh, absolutely. What they don't understand is that Arthur Griffith, the head of the Brotherhood, was a huge monarchist. Yes, a huge monarchist. The House of Saxe-Coburg, Gotthard is German. Well, English people are German, remember, Jackie. The Saxe-Coburgs and I'm just reading something here. Yes, absolutely. And the Anglo-Saxons. So there we have it. Now, what do we got here? Benjamin says, have your own opinion. No, Benjamin, I'm just giving you facts. I don't do opinion. There we have it. Up the International Royal Artillery. It's just the Royal Artillery, you would say. So you wouldn't say international. It's just part of the British Army. Fantastic. Right, that's that. What else have we got here? She wanted Scotland to be England. No, she didn't. There we are. Remember, the monarch is the British monarch. Okay, the British monarch. Guys, have you all followed me? Has everybody followed Scottie McClue? I ask you. There we are. Very, very important. Get following as soon as you possibly can. Now then, who else have we got here? R.I.P. man. Reflections on the Queen's life, Scottie. Well, Danny, an outstanding life of service to 4 beautiful countries. Yes, well, to 50 beautiful countries. 54, is it? Now we got here. I'm sorry, I was only asking, no need to call me ignorant. Well, Gus, maybe you were ignorant. My mother loved the Queen and had the same birthday. So there we are. Thank you, Patrick. R.I.P. Your Royal Majesty. Just Your Majesty, Scott. No problem at all. Where have we got here? Hello, you're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
It's me, myself, and guys.
Ah, Professor Numpty
Oh.
Heat. What do you think about McCLUE doing a royal special?
Well, I thought you would because you done one for HRH Prince Philip.
I did indeed, yes, absolutely. Scotty, what's happened to you? Somebody's asking. It's fallen forward.
Aye. Now, Scotty, I've been taking a couple of questions in the wee chat window, but you've not seen them. One of them was, does any titles pass 20 wee George?
Now, wait, well, it depends what they want to do, because the title Prince of Wales will be coming up soon. And George...
Does that not pass 20 William?
Oh, yes, it would do. Sorry, I beg your pardon. I'm skipping a generation here. Yes, you're quite right. Yes, no, that would pass to William.
So, William will have to give up his title. What's he, the Cambridge?
No, you can stay. You can keep all the titles. You see, Charles is now King Charles III when he's proclaimed.
Aye.
And he's also the Duke of Rothesay. He's the Lord of the Isles. He's the Earl of Chester. He's Baron Renfrew.
And there's something in Cornwall.
Yeah, so, he's the Duke of Cornwall as well. So you've got all that.
Terrible. Well, apart from that, now, Scotty, does that mean we're going to get his head on the back of the King's shillings?
In the front.
You know, we're going to get new King's shillings coming out soon.
Yes, the King's. Are you going to take the King's shilling? Are you going to serve?
And the King's pound?
Yes, absolutely. There's a halfwit. Hang on. We've got a halfwit called Fionn here. And Fionn has got her brain taken out. So we'll just put Fionn away with the dafties. There we go. Fantastic. Right.
Scotty, see that portrait of the Queen you've got in the back?
Yes.
Was that a present for the big house when you were leaving?
Ah, very funny.
Did you steal it at the governor's office?
We don't all have your lifestyle.
I'll tell you anyway. Listen, I'm going to go because if I don't go, I can't come back, and I'm looking forward to Saturday already.
I think you should go up to Heat. Lovely to have you with us, and Dinky-Doo.
Right, see you, bye.
Ta-ra-la-la. There we are. That's your Numpty Heat. Fantastic stuff. What a great show tonight, guys. I'm just so glad we did it. Duke of Cornwall, that's it. So Charlie's still Prince of Wales. Yes, he is. But I don't think you would stay Prince of Wales once you become king. How do we call in? You ring us up on 0141 628 9795. A life of selfless service. Current politicians should take note. Bob's beard, you're right. Has everybody followed Scottie McClue on TikTok? And have you all subscribed on YouTube? Get on with that, I say to you. There we are. She loved Scotland. I get people have different views, but I don't understand the aggression. No, I don't understand the aggression either. Certainly, when it comes to Queen Elizabeth, there's never any need for aggression. I think I see a young portrait of Scottie beside the Queen. Oh, Brian. Yes, keep it to yourself. So there we have it, Dinky-Doo. Now, what do you think of... I don't know what that is. So there you have it. Hang on a second, guys. I'm just getting... That's better. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Had a name change at the outset of World War II. No, J.D. Donnelly. Name change at the outset of World War I. All right. See, people don't know the facts. That's the problem. God save the Queen and God bless her soul. Scottie. So there we are. Dinky-Doo. There we have it. Lovely specs. Yes, indeed. There we are. They were quite something, these specs, in their day. I can tell you. Now, what else have we got here, guys? Lovely. I'm just going for the big one. Wonderful stuff. What a great time tonight, guys, with you beautiful people. I just wanted to get the opinion of ordinary folk. The House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, the name changed to Windsor, sounded less German. Jackie, we know all this. Prince Albert's name was Albert of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha. Yes. But then we also know that Prince Philip was not a Greek. He was Danish. Yes. So we've got all of that. We know that this country was in the hands of Romans. So what point are you making? There we are. I imagine her crossing the river and meeting Prince Philip. So there we have it. We love it. I might change my name. You can change your name anytime. Absolutely. Dinky-Doo. Right, guys. We're going to have to dash from the TikTok. I thank you. What a fabulous TikTok tonight. There we are. That's our beautiful TikTokers. We love them very, very much. How are you feeling about the news? What a night. Oh, Darren. What a night indeed, I can tell you. So there you are. But anyway, Her Majesty the Queen has passed away, if anybody's missed that. And it's been a privilege to be with you all tonight. Thank you for that. Prince of Wales' title will be passed to Prince William, and Kate will finally be Princess of Wales. Something she craved since marrying into the royal family. How do you know this, John Barry, or did you just make it up? Good night, Scotty. Yes, good night on this very sad night, but a night where we celebrate the life of the most outstanding lady, Her Majesty the Queen. Yes, indeed. Her Majesty the Queen has died. Long live the King. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is Scottie McClue saying to every single one of you, thanks for watching. God bless you.